morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, we're at the middle of the week. We're almost there. Awesome sauce. I hope everyone is doing great this morning. It is beautiful out here. The sun is rising. There's not much traffic. Everybody's moving along about their day. It's all good. So in today's session, I'm going to tell you 3 steps to combat your worst critics. Well, we all have them, but I'm not talking about the people on the outside of you. I'm talking about the critic inside of you. We are our worst critic. I mean, to the point where, nothing is good enough. You can't get started. I'm not light enough, I'm not dark enough, my hair is not long enough. There's always something is not enough. And you know where that comes from? Basically, it comes from programming from when we were young. Because somebody told us, hey, you're not this, you're not that. So the first step to combating the critic inside of you is first to acknowledge where it's coming from. I know I grew up from a critical family. I mean, every little thing you did, somebody always had something to say. It wasn't like, okay, wow, you did a great job, and leave it at that. You did a great job, but you could have did this, that, and the third. And if I would have did it, I would have did this, I would have did that. And when you keep hearing that, it does mess with your psyche. And then it's programmed in your mind that you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you're just, and all the other things that you can think of, fill in the blank, right? So it really affected me in school, because every time my mom went to open school night, the teacher always said, she's a good student, she does her work, she does well on tests, but she doesn't participate. And the reason why I didn't participate, because I felt that I wasn't smart enough. They were going to laugh at me. I was going to sound this way, that way. So I didn't even want to hear my own voice, outside of me having a private conversation, with friends and people that I was familiar with and people that I felt safe around, because no one likes to be around people that are going to criticize every little thing you do. So it really hindered me growing up, because with that programming, I had already took it to the next level on my own, and then it played out in a lot of things that I did. So number one, you want to make sure that you acknowledge and know where that's coming from. And all it is it's a program. Somebody told you that, and you believed it. Okay, so number 2, you want to counter it with the truth. You know that you're worthy. You know that you're special. You know that you're smart, right? And we all make mistakes because we strive to be perfect, and nobody is perfect. Society tells us that we have to be. I mean, as teachers, they're telling us that we have to put up perfect work on the bulletin board. So they stress you out and get in one up, and then it better be perfect, because somebody is going to walk by and say, oh, well, they didn't put that dot right there, or that word right there has a capital and it shouldn't have a capital. I mean, do they really realize how long it takes for us to get the kids to do work neat enough to display? Now you're going to go and criticize every little thing. Of course, you're not going to put something up that looks horrible, and you want the kids to do their best, and you're going to encourage them, but oh my goodness, right? So that's that. Then on your job, you're working with numbers and things like that. And I'm not saying it's not important to be as efficient as you possibly can, but we're all human, and we do make mistakes. That's why there should be checks and balances. We all go through things. We all, we're people. So, okay, so as long as everything is going great, you're like the best employee in the world. Don't make a mistake. and all that you did is it's as if it never happened. You know what I'm saying? So, we're in this society where everything has to be perfect. So then when we go out and we venture out on things that we want to do, like a business or write a book or whatever it is, we're already telling ourselves in our mind, well, I can't do that. I can't write a book like so-and-so. So-and-so's book is this and so-and-so's book is that. I could never be like that. So we just automatically just take ourselves out of even trying, So you want to tell yourself, no, that's not true. I can write a book. And it's not going to be like so-and-so. It's going to be like me. It's going to be like mine. So when you start having those feelings of insecurity and those feelings of like I can't, just remind yourself of where it came from, and then tell yourself what it is, what your truth is. Okay, so you didn't graduate high school, but look at you now. You got a good paying job, you took the test, you did what you needed to do, and you got the position. Okay, you have 2 or 3 kids, so what? You have 2 or 3 kids, you're taking care of them, you're holding it down, you're doing what it is that you need to do. So, all that other stuff that you're telling yourself, it doesn't exist, because your children are in school, you're in school, you're working, they're doing what they're supposed to do, they're getting good grades, they're not on the streets, nobody's strung out. I mean, hey, so, when that negative committee in your mind starts up, you say, hey, that's not the truth. I mean, yeah, I've gone through this and I've gone through that, but I'm making it. I made it. My children are doing well. I'm doing well. All right? And then the last thing, number 3, you want to recognize the triggers. Like, what sets off those feelings? I know for me, this was years ago. I danced with the dance ministry at St. Paul Community Baptist Church, the Jill dancers. And years ago, I've been with them for quite some time, like, wow, over 20 years. Ooh, that's a long time. So years ago, when I first started, there's a part in the dance class, like they would teach us technique and, pointing and all that stuff, and conditioning and training and working on our sensors and all that stuff. But then there was a part of the class where they wanted you to line up and they wanted to see how you move. So the only way they could really see how you move, they would give you traveling steps to move across the floor. Hey, what's up, Angie? And I hated it. Oh my God, I hated it, because it was nice when we were all in one clump and they showed us the choreography, and I would do it and, feel comfortable, feel good. But as soon as I felt like I was exposed, like everybody could see me, I would just clam up and fumble, and steps would be all jacked up, and I'm trying to get the step together, and it got to be perfect before I go across the floor. And I would go across the floor looking all crazy anyway, because I done built up all this anxiety. And when you build up all the anxiety, you can't perform anyway. So I was like a hot mess going across the floor. And then I remember one of the teachers at the time, I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me, why I can't get it, the steps are so simple. And she was like, you don't have any coordination. And I was like, what? Who's she talking to? So I was like, that's not. So I did not accept that, because I know I got coordination. So I had to go home and work on that, because I know that was a part of the class that I had to get through. It was just part of the procedure. It was standard. So even when I took dance classes at a dance company, that's what they did. It was a part where we had to go across the floor. So if I wanted to dance with them, I had to get over it, right? So when I recognized that was a trigger, I said, okay, I'm going to work through this, and I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm not going to look at this one, how they doing it and how they look. I'm just going to focus on doing the steps. And when I decided that I was just going to focus on me just getting it, and not focusing on how everybody else looked and how well they did and how fast they caught on. Now, when we go across the floor, I don't have those anxieties. Every now and then, those feelings will creep up. I feel it, and I'll go, nope, I ain't going there. And I just focus on the steps. So, just to recap, number one, you want to recognize that is there, you know, and where it's coming from. Number two, yeah, I'm looking at my notes and I'm in traffic. Counter it with the truth about yourself. You know, tell yourself who you really are, because nobody knows who you are but you, right? And number three, you want to recognize the triggers, what brings them out, what brings you down, and then once you know what that is, then you just redirect your mind, tell yourself, not going there, not going there. So, you know, we've been programmed from, so now that we're adults and we're getting older, we can rewire our brain and reprogram our minds for abundance and empower ourselves. So that's why it's so important to do meditation in the morning, to read affirmations in the morning, to pray in the morning, and just ask God to give you that self-confidence that you need, because he didn't make no junk. I mean, this woman just got out of the car in the middle of the highway. Was she going to the bathroom? Oh my God, I'm like bugging out right now. Is she crazy? Oh, they arguing. She just got out the car in the middle of the highway. Oh my God, and she's standing there with all this traffic. Yo, people are crazy. Now she got back in the car. I can't believe it. I'm on the southern state, y'all. And this woman just got out the car like she was like on a regular, you know, city street or a block. And then she just walked to the shoulder and then got back in the car, and she's cursing at the guy. Then she goes and stands in front of the driver's window, and we're in traffic, and everybody's blowing. I mean, people are crazy. Well, anyway, that is wild. Oh my God. You know, who knows what's going on with them two cats. I just hope they make it to their destination safely, and I'm getting ready to get off at my exit, and I will be at work safely. But that is cray. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's session on how to combat your worst critics, and you got a sneak peek of the crazies out here in the world. So this is Daria Jackson Legonier, coming from Wil.Daria.com. If you want to know how to build a successful business online, you can pick up my KISS sheet that will show you my KISS formula blueprint, that will show you how to generate leads online. You can just go to my website. Right on the right hand side, there will be a form. You can put your name and your email, and I will email that to you, and you can have that for free. So, Daria Jackson Legonier signing off. Thank you for the love. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. As long as the sun is bright and you can see me, I will be doing these in the morning on the way to work. And once it starts getting dark, then I guess I have to do it in the evening. Talk to you guys later. Peace out. Bye. Have a great day.